the thing, right? Because they always say fields, fields, fields. It's the road y'all are fed, right? But it's actually Bale they were coming to that last search or two. Now, I don't know what they found compiled with all the big boy hacking equipment to make them come back to areas of interest that way. I have a few thoughts. So, here's the deal. You know, the thing is, on the 15th, I heard Fred's truck. Heard it leave. Here's the thing about that, though, right? Who's to know who was driving Fred's truck when it left? I don't. I hope cameras made that they captured his face driving, but here's the thing, though. Fred's truck stopped at a certain point and then restarted at a certain point and then left that road. I'm certain of that. It stopped after a certain point. I'm certain of that. Why, I can't say. Initially, I thought, well, it's just its usual piece of shit self. Tearing up, breaking down, I don't know. Maybe he's over there hanging out with Candace Donegan or something. Or who the fuck knows what Fred's doing? Fred's Fred. Oh well. This shit's always tearing up. That time the yellow truck's having issues too. It's a consistent thing. It's whatever. Had trouble starting, stopping, and doing all the things. Even well after summer vanished, when they were out here in town and shit, and it's fun. But anyway, so I didn't think much about it that day. I've thought about it a lot since. But because of things at the beginning, and how Fred felt, and that he was being set up, targeted, fucked with, couldn't blame him on that front. And I thought, well, mud and jello from just these assholes. But they were the only ones really head and nose and shit 24 hours a day. Some of the things, looking back, don't quite vibe to me. And it could still be that situation because, well, when you have a team formulated around people and it looks like they're all targeting or fucking with witnesses and others and trying to make people look entirely sus as fuck while cleansing the asses of others, well, it's got a feel to it. Doesn't it? It really does for me. So I can't blame Fred. Also, if he's just doing all this he's doing because he's Fred, Fred speak because he's afraid too. I don't know. That'll be up to law enforcement and feds to figure out. And well, it's Fred, so I don't know. Either way, um, I just know all kinds of things from all parties around everything are a whole goddamn lie. And it's always trying to figure out why. What's what, this, the other. I can pick out truths. I can listen to their tones. I can hear when most of them are lying, when they're bullshit doing things. It just depends. But, and most of them I know well enough to where I can read their body language and hear their tones and all this other shit. Because guess what? Lived there. Well, most of them, like Fred, my entire life, throughout all the stages of his, before certain shit kicked in, all these other things, Fred's Fred. Never underestimate Fred. Um, Either way, thing is, I can't say who's driving Fred's truck. It doesn't mean that Fred possibly wasn't left behind back there. It doesn't mean Fred didn't get out of the truck at some point either. Somebody else took truck out. What I do know to be fact is that Fred came back in that road and well after the helicopter was up, had a trailer behind him, what it was pulling, and then he kept his head straight, wouldn't speak to anybody, but he's the reason the traffic got brought up where some people could leave the road that had been trapped in there for hours. They had been part of the initial search efforts with I and other neighbors for summer. And so, but that doesn't mean he was the one driving that truck when it left out of there. Doesn't mean that he didn't get out of it at some point and somebody else take it on out of there. And him had different ways. Doesn't mean, and I go through these puzzles every day. Fire puzzles. You think, well, it's weird certain shit follows all the dope trails. Could people have gotten out of things or done things and met out towards the main road and gotten into vehicles again and or met later and come back in driving those things? I mean, I don't know. I just know that that's up to law enforcement feds to figure out. That's what I know. Here's the thing. Alright? I don't know what, nor do I care what Fred's up to. Okay? I don't like it though. In the first days after Summer vanished, I assumed it was because he was really freaked out because of Dawn hitting him first. And because him going, oh, they're trying to set me up, especially after the scent dogs. But I knew shit about the scent dogs. But that I did not say to Fred, because some of us ain't dumb. And I'm still not dumb. Just like I don't do that to others or to the world. Unlike raiders and shit like that around here. And I was like, man, maybe he ought to call him his tits, but I couldn't tell him why. Still not gonna tell him why. But now, and throughout that, there's been turns of, yeah, but maybe, there are things. Everyday pieces, puzzles, fires, turn everything a million ways. But here's the problem. From the beginning, there are only so many of us inside of Ben here that were absolutely slinging shit at one another. Right? I mean, like, oh yeah, they're fucking guilty, or this is that, or whatever is, and blah blah blah, right? I mean, everybody's questioned, whatever, throughout all those minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. We're all talked to repeatedly, over and over and over and over and over and over again. You say what you know, what you've witnessed, this there, but, there's still nobody that was slinging shit in that. Quite, I mean, like, I think for most of us, we're like, very careful not to do that exact thing. But there were several immediately slinging shit at each other, trying to make each other look guilty of sin, whatever else, right? And, that continued. It damn sure continued and picked up speed once Tragedy Pimps came involved, looks like. And then you have the marathons and all this shit in play and the reward fund pick, all this bullshit, okay? Even a lot of it was happening long before we were Republic or online and attempted to be be done. The precursors were there for a whole lot of everything. Anyway, I think there's only really a select few that did that. And for me, that includes Candace, Dawn, Fred. That shit ain't ever really stopped. Now, Fred in the earliest days was swearing up and down that Candace and Dawn and Grandis, whatever, they'd done whatever. And just in the same way they were swearing that he or his people or his dope dealing company or whatever, right? Fred freaking out enough with Laura to stay all the way up out of that hollow out here. What I realize now is him studying the internet online, taking in every word Dawn and Candace, everybody said, but we didn't really put that together at the time. Problem is that in the first days, it ain't Dawn and Candace talking about money. It's Freddie's the first one that mentions a certain amount of money, just a little below 50,000. It's the first place I ever hear it from. And about a debt. It's Fred. It's Fred that keeps coming to all of our driveways and all of our places and everything else. Trying to get info. Trying to figure out shit. Looking back, I mean, even then, it's like I and Monster were standing there, and even with the kids, we're like, ah, here he comes. You know what he's up to. It's just Fred, though. He's still smart enough not to say certain things to Fred. Probably more so than you are, I guess, sort of Candace and Dawn at that period. Because you know what Fred sort of does. You went out in public that have been playing the exact same fucking game with social media or studying or doing weird shit or throwing out false shit and everything from instant. And trying to separate from one another, rewrite or make like you know what it was like hearing Fred tell me that Summer had been gone since Saturday. Ugh. I'm like, why the fuck would you tell me that, bro? When you know damn better and I know better. Well, Fred's Fred, right? And right. Y'all heard Free on. I was like laughing at. I didn't listen to shit he said. Didn't want to anyway. Seeing the stores, everything else, no issues, yeah. And I didn't realize how hard it was. Didn't care. Didn't want to contaminate between it. So it is very hard to understand, though, in the very first minutes, hours, etc., why certain people never doing certain shit. Especially now it's been this long, and you can go back and compare and see the path it's taken. And you're like, there's only so many motherfuckers in that road that were trying to fuck shit up from the beginning, and even fuck with one another. And that did not include me and my children. Like, certain people never trying to throw false shit, throw people off, do weird fuck shit, insert fucking sus people that weren't laughable at best. Why in the fuck would you want to do that? And
really,
there's only so many reasons for that. They don't want anybody's eyes on that shit, though, do they?
No.
What happens every time there's a big deal over here with one of them getting attention put on all the bad shit on them? Guess who gets made food again that week or that month or whatever to distract, or they start targeting me and my kids getting to make good, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, all eyes pay attention to the more bullshit JSB train instead of what's actually right in front of you that they don't want you. You know what? It's fun. And you know, I'm just gonna come out right and say it. There's a real good fucking possibility after what's Fred doing, and I have feels about it after this long and watching his shit like I have a couple others from there. And considering the things that I know But, there is a real good chance, at least in my mind and heart and soul at this point, no matter what reasons he's been doing all this shit for, from the beginning, before, hours in. Some reason behind it. That's up to Ellie and Fez to decide. But at this point, I can ignore it no longer. And the more he says, and the more he does, and the more that bitch does for, just like the rest and everything. Whether they've got him wound up in it or not, it doesn't matter at this point. I will tell you that for me, and I worry about saying this because I also think others have been slinging it. And they had a right in the beginning to be maybe a little paranoid. And it could have set it off. I still feel those things are possibilities. However, the way in which it's played, the same sort of game others from there fucking played. And always with like a dead guy, fucking horse, a news article, line targeting, use this place to actually harm or cause like death and shit with it. No soul, no conscience, just monster. Anyway, and him and Laura been lying their asses off, and I know they were studying YouTube instantly or social media in all regards, much like a fucking Jose, though Jose was paid far more for it. For me, the more has been said and done, and finally starting to listen to after there being enough material there to listen to, and knowing that it wasn't going to contaminate me with their bullshit or anything. If I'd done so prior. For me, and because of all the fuck shit he said that isn't necessarily tragedy pimp, wife or otherwise led, it's just out of his own stupid mouth. And being able to pick him apart like I can the rest. I think there's a good possibility, at least a little bit of one, that in some way, somehow, he or someone around him were involved. It's a possibility. And that there's evidence and real proof that nobody around me, including both my children, were involved in anything. And have data and all these other things to prove that. All I can tell him and his trash bag wife and the rest of you motherfuckers doing this for all this time is, you fucked yourselves until making you all get looked at weird. Because I'm sure Feds and Ellie hold the same shit we do, obviously. I mean, they did come out and say reams and reams of data and cameras and blah, blah, and all that, right? So when you continue to do that, and I know that even in civil court, I can produce enough and hold enough to show that ain't me or mine on 125, that involvement in shit. Not a goddamn thing that day. I don't know what to tell you. A whole lot of you are fucked for your accusations, your slander, libel, harassment, and the others trying to sling shit at others. Anyhow, hard for 3 years. And the dead horses, the dead guys, this, that, and the other. Anybody that can. There's only a few of those from Hill doing that from the beginning. Well, I'd hope that it's making the eyes of fucking Federal Sauron turn and wonder why in the fuck, just like the rest of us are wondering why the fuck you're doing it. Because there's only so many reasons to be doing that shit. And ain't not a goddamn one of them good, don't get me wrong, but sick of that son of a bitch going around being like, no, she just wants to make me look bad. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking motherfucker. You giant piece of abusive, child beating, woman beating, dog abusing, grandpa torturing while he's dying motherfucker. You piece of shit. See, I had mercy in the last fake ball. But I made a promise. I promise. And see, I often forget, but then I remember because monsters often remember you can't have fucking mercy. That's what unicorns fucking do. Made a promise. I'd show as much fucking mercy as was shown to I and my children. Now, believe it or not, for the better part of 3 years, I've been pretty goddamn tame. I've watched my fucking tongue. Enough. Despite every day fighting. I ain't lying about shit. And I ain't been lying about shit. What I've been surrounded by, though, is a whole lot of motherfuckers who are lying about shit. And hiding shit. And are pieces of shit. And dumb fucking whores. And dumb fucking junky ass druggies who abuse the shit out of their children. Motherfucking tweakers in the goddamn holler who are fucking perverts running around with their pervert fucking buddies on everybody else's fucking shit, pulling up property stakes and stealing cameras and all kinds of fuck shit for decades. Motherfuckers over there fucking lying on people just so little pedo boy don't get attention on him. And because they want to be freaked out acting like somebody gives a flying fuck about next door. You know what? Hell no. I fucking had enough. I fucking had enough of the goddamn line. You know what? Jesus Christ, Jody Sue. I've had enough, a lifetime of fucking enough of protecting motherfuckers and goddamn monsters who never once bothered to fucking protect us, keep us safe, give a fuck about us, even when we finally were able to reach out for fucking help. Still stay in front of some of the dumbest, worthless motherfuckers on this earth, even as they fucking eat me alive. You know what it's best to probably not motherfucking do? Is finding me in that road. And then have your dumbasses within, I don't know, 48, 72 hours look at me and go, well, we know they're fucking guilty, but how are they outsmarting us? Me looking at your dumb motherfuckers and going, bitch, if they are, then you need to hire fucking new people. Some of us it didn't take long to figure out. Fucking game. Also didn't take us long to lose faith in a whole lot of motherfuckers. Stupid fucking shit. Fucking dumb shit. If it wasn't for all the dumb fucking shit, we wouldn't be 3 fucking years out. Guarantee that. Probably not fucking 3 hours out. Live a lifetime in a goddamn place where, well, instead, I bite my fucking tongue. Because of some, and only that. And I cannot guarantee how much longer that's gonna fucking last. I am sick of watching a motherfucker, a goddamn known and admitted child beater, woman beater, essayer, elder abuser, animal abuser, across the goddamn bored. Fucking junky ass, lying, thieving piece of shit. And his people all up in this motherfucker. While that motherfucker for 3 years has pretended, no, she's a bitch. She's the one talking about, oh my god, well, I know all the scars on her face and her titties, and when I stabbed her, and when she said awful things, and then I basically trapped her for life anyway, you know. And that fucking heel still, and the same fucking team, and everybody wants to play ignorant to it, I guess. And he continues to do it out in public, orders or otherwise. And everybody's just like, oh, it's all okay. No. And all the stalkers coming by. That are linked to him, his family, his people. He's coming by the whole fucking home, stepping foot on property, stealing things. It's fine, right? It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, right? They wonder why women don't reach the fuck out. I mean, you can start with down there, for starters. You know, hour and a half, 2 hours to even get help, if you can call for fucking help. Motherfuckers tell you, yeah, it's fine. Just, y'all sleep it off. Who gives a fuck? We'll just leave the women and children here. Well, does your thumb still fucking work? Oh. Well, it's after dark. We don't get out of the cars after fucking dark. What do you mean? Those big bad men, there's like 8 kilos a day coming in there. No, those are good boys. Those are good guys. We don't understand. We don't. Yeah. Got motherfuckers running around banging witnesses, families, fucking neighbors, fucking failed ass ex whatevers down there hiding their pedos and fucking diabetes all up in that fucking road. And the only motherfucker telling the goddamn truth is the one getting eaten fucking alive. Side of a line where you finally reach out for fucking help. Oh no, we only help the goddamn actual abusers here. Oh wait, what do you mean they have weapons and their parents are buying them for them illegally and you have proof of it and everything else and they're scary and they're threatening to shoot up public and all this shit. Blah, 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 blah. You know, you got recordings of that motherfucker talking about fucking offing shit and offing himself and everything else, right? Right. Because some of us hold those fucking recordings. We've just been fucking polite enough not to air them to the goddamn world. Or the recordings of our children going, oh, harder on daddy than they ever did when around somebody that had trained them to talk shit and then used them with this fucking group weeks after them getting the fuck away from them to fuck them up mentally some more and do some shit and to tear, down apart. Like, the blackmail letter from the little group and the team Candace and Dawn and Andy want to jerk off with. Or protection in it, because you wouldn't have to be doing coded, hey, keep your ass safe shit if you weren't out here with fucking Piper and Scott and Penny being a fucking asshole with Jenny and Adrian and the rest. Now, would you, motherfucker? There wouldn't be people possibly here fucking dead now because of you and this and that and these motherfuckers online. Will you call Randy and see if he can move cells? I'm scared. You know, Randy, the friendly family pedo. Lying ass sons of bitches. Yeah, it ain't my mommy and daddy that brought somebody into court, like a fucking family member, cousin, that they're all like, oh yeah, you were trying to rape her. Remember? Now, you can't guarantee that ain't a setup, because all of you are good at that, just like you did down there. With, I don't know, family, friends, and people, their kids are on boats and shit while they kill other people. So cute, isn't it? Yeah, it's real fucking cute. That hint wink, especially when Dobbs is there at me. It's all real fucking cute. Half these motherfuckers online in Summer's goddamn case from the first minutes and shit. She went missing hunting and helping this group and everything else. They're all fucking mostly related to Monster. Fred, the rest, fuck they doing here? Oh, but I don't know. Old homie probably needs to see Exhibit A that was terrorizing pussy ass up at work. Most likely. I already did my lifetime. I already pulled my lifetime. Protecting fucking Monster. Minds that are gonna fuck with you hard. You know, see them coming in and out of fucking court laughing at judges letting people just act in ways in which you've never seen a fucking legit judge let anyone behave in court. Forgotten calculators, intimidation of family and children out in the parking lots. See, motherfuckers. Repeatedly, constantly, consistently. Goddamn blackmailing a fucking kid, forcing him to have contact, and they didn't fucking just still carrying on with, I don't give a fuck about Summer, but I'd like the $500, please, sir. I want to see you so Jenny and Adrian can get a hold of you as a witness, and they'll pay me real good as I abuse you in the background, and I have dope around you with my dope head fucking whore girlfriend, and I'll teach you all the best values, Annie, while I sell you off to the world and all the information you've gotten from your mommy or anything around Summer's case, because I didn't know it's. And then I'll let you run my freak show, Mommy and Daddy, who can't help but want to come in the bathroom and everything else every 5 seconds when you're way too old for that shit. Yeah, okay. And for a motherfucker who is like, I just want to have a life. Yeah, okay. That's why you get a job right beside of a sibling where you know they're at all the time, and then you insert your way right back around a kid as soon as you come in contact with this fucking group that you know that you have trained to talk shit about, just like parents do throughout all decades, because you're not the cool kids club if you don't do that. And you ever wish you hadn't saved a motherfucker? A million times over. I sure fuck. Especially from things you begged them not to be fucking doing in the first place. Much like I begged for eons for it not to be fucking around with 110 either. Or even doing it and just being a normal goddamn human being. Like it had been until it come into contact with dirty fucking constables and dirty fucking bullshit. And then it got triggered. Life changed again, eh? In a few days. And on holiday you find out about another one. And then you start getting beat again. You know, eventually you eventually reach out, and then you get cops and bullshit like over in Hawkins. That's what's fucking get. And you supposed to trust these motherfuckers? When you know better anyway, right? Yeah, you know better. Long time, you know better. But you try. Mama try. But it's where you have to go, because it's where you're at. Of course, I don't want to talk about public shit or gun shit or anything else, because you know the boss is the one selling him half of the fucking guns and shit. Well, of course, that's where half fucking police take their fucking shit to now, isn't it? Nobody wants to say a word about that. About the boss who robbed his own shit and got caught. People, hundreds was stolen. There's a whole lifetime of that shit. Fuck him terrible. Fuck those changed time cards. Fuck all y'all motherfuckers. Tired of all the goddamn lies from everybody. Because that monster nor his people who helped feed us to the fucking wolves along with Otherhill and me trying to protect Iron the kids and everything. And all his family and that little 6-year long stalker by the name of fucking Athie over also into real estate shit. It's fine. It's neither here nor there. But in those time periods of change, there's also drastic changes for Fred, 110, manipulations, monsters, deliveries, shit shaking, things that tie right back into the fucking. All of them. All of them. Each and every goddamn. Monster gets more and more afraid, possibly. Visits increase, right up until. Is that why it felt comfortable enough trying to get me murdered? And that it all continued until just days before an increased pickup and shit. Several times a week, as I recall. Fearful shit. Right up until just the days before Sunday. Die if I get murdered. If they're gonna be right after me, I don't have to worry about it. At least, I know it's not up close and personal, right? That'll be distance based, but